Imagine waking up every day with the mental strength to face anything that comes your way. Life throws challenges, obstacles, and setbacks at us constantly. But what if you had the power to overcome all of them? What if you could train your mind to stay focused, stay strong, and keep moving forward no matter what? This isn't some far-off fantasy. This is possible, and it's within your reach. Becoming mentally strong means building the mindset that will allow you to conquer any challenge, no matter how difficult it seems. It's about developing the mental toughness to push through the tough moments and keep your eyes on the goal, no matter how hard things get. In this audiobook, we're going to dive deep into how you can train your mind to be unshakable. I'll show you the exact steps to strengthen your mental resilience and handle life's toughest moments with confidence and determination. You'll learn how to stop letting fear control you, how to build discipline that doesn't fade, and how to stay focused even when everything around you tries to distract you. This isn't about pretending the challenges don't exist. It's about learning how to rise above them and keep going. If you're ready to take control of your mind and transform your ability to handle life's challenges, stick around. You won't want to miss this. Chapter 1: Why Mental Strength is Your Greatest Power. Mental strength is the foundation of every great achievement. It's the power that carries you through tough times, the force that pushes you forward when the world feels heavy, and the courage that keeps you standing tall when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Mental strength isn't just for the chosen few. It's a skill that anyone can build. It's the key to overcoming obstacles, rising after failure, and shaping a life that's strong, purposeful, and unshakable. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, you must master your mind first. Because the truth is, life will challenge you. It will throw obstacles in your path, test your patience, and push you to your limits. But the difference between those who succeed and those who give up isn't luck, talent, or resources. It's strength, the kind of strength that starts in the mind. You know, everyone wants life to be easy. Everyone hopes for smooth paths and simple choices. But growth doesn't come from ease. Strength isn't born from comfort. It's shaped in the moments when life is hard, when you feel like quitting but choose to keep going anyway. That's when you grow. That's when you get stronger. And that strength, it starts in your mind. The mind is like a muscle. If you don't train it, it stays weak. But if you push it, challenge it, and demand more from it every single day, it becomes powerful. It becomes the force that drives you forward, no matter how rough the road gets. Mental strength is what helps you stand tall when everyone else falls. It's what keeps you focused when distractions are pulling at you from every angle. It's what makes you unstoppable. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Mental strength doesn't happen by accident. You don't just wake up one day feeling strong and capable. No, it's a choice. It's a daily decision. It's about waking up and saying, today, I will control my thoughts. Today, I will do what's hard. Today, I will not let fear stop me. And you have to make that decision every day. Not just when it's easy, not just when you feel motivated, but especially when you don't. Because those are the moments that count. Those are the moments that shape you. So how do you build mental strength? It starts with taking full responsibility for your life. You see, weak minds look for excuses. They blame circumstances, people, the past, and even luck. But strong minds, they own it. They say, this is my life, and I am responsible for it. It's about looking at your situation, no matter how tough, and saying, I will find a way. That's the first step. Because as long as you're waiting for someone else to fix your problems, as long as you're blaming and complaining, you're giving away your power. And when you give away your power, you lose control over your life. The next step is understanding that strength comes from doing what's hard, not what's easy. Every time you choose comfort over challenge, you weaken your mind. But every time you do something uncomfortable, when you push past fear, when you take on a challenge, when you refuse to quit even though it's hard, you build strength. You teach your mind that you can handle more, and the more you do it, the stronger you get. This is where most people fail. They avoid discomfort. They wait until they feel ready. But let me tell you, you'll never feel ready. If you wait for the perfect moment, it'll never come. Strength isn't about waiting, it's about doing. It's about facing discomfort head on and saying, bring it on, I'm ready for it. And if you really want to train your mind, you've got to stop letting feelings control your actions. Most people live by their feelings. They do what feels good, and they avoid what feels hard. But the problem is, growth doesn't feel good, progress doesn't feel comfortable. And if you only do what feels good, you'll never become who you're meant to be. Discipline is the answer. It's about showing up even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work, sticking to your word, and pushing forward, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Because motivation comes and goes, but discipline is a choice. And every time you choose discipline, you choose strength. Now let's talk about self-talk. Because what you say to yourself shapes everything. If your mind is full of doubt, fear, and negativity, how can you expect to feel strong? How can you expect to overcome challenges when the voice inside you keeps saying, I can't, I'm not good enough, I'll fail? You have to take control of that voice. You have to train it to speak strength, courage, and belief. Every time you catch yourself thinking, I can't do this, replace it with, I will find a way. When you think this is too hard, replace it with, this is how I grow. Because the words you speak to yourself are powerful. They shape your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. And your actions, they shape your future. But mental strength isn't just about how you handle the big moments. It's about the small moments too. It's about the daily choices, the habits you build, the way you show up every single day. Because every day you're either getting stronger or weaker. Every choice you make is either building you up or breaking you down. And it's the small choices that matter the most. The decision to wake up early and get to work. The decision to keep going when it feels easier to quit. The decision to focus when distractions are calling your name. These are the moments that shape mental strength. And yes, there will be times when you fall, times when you slip. That's part of it. But here's the thing, mental strength isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up. It's about refusing to stay down. It's about learning from every failure and coming back stronger every single time. Because the strongest people aren't the ones who've never been knocked down. They're the ones who refuse to stay there. They're the ones who rise again and again, no matter how hard it gets. And that's a choice you can make. Right now. Today, you don't need to be born with mental strength. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to decide that you will not be controlled by fear, doubt, or weakness. You need to decide that you will train your mind every single day, that you will show up, push through, and refuse to quit. And the more you do it, the stronger you become. Until one day, you'll look back and realize that the things that used to break you, the things that used to scare you, don't even shake you anymore. Because you've built strength. You've built resilience. You've trained your mind to overcome anything. And that, my friend, is the greatest power you can have. Chapter 2. How to build strength when you feel weak. Strength isn't born from the easy moments. It's built in the moments when you feel like you have nothing left, but you find a way to keep going anyway. That's when you grow. That's when you discover what you're really made of. When you feel weak. When you feel like the weight of the world is too heavy to carry, that's exactly when you have the chance to become stronger. Weakness isn't a sign that you're failing. It's an opportunity, an invitation to dig deeper, to rise, to build a strength that no one can take from you. And the truth is, strength isn't given to you. You earn it. You build it, brick by brick, through every challenge, every setback, and every single moment when you decide not to give up. Feeling weak is part of the process. It's part of being human. But staying weak, that's a choice. And it's a choice you don't have to make. Because even when you feel like you can't take another step, even when your mind tells you it's over, there's always more inside you. There's always another level. You just have to find it. You have to fight for it. And that's where mental strength comes from. Not from avoiding weakness, but from facing it head-on and refusing to be defeated by it. It's easy to feel strong when life is going your way, but real strength is built when everything feels like it's falling apart, and you choose to stand tall anyway. The first step in building strength when you feel weak is simple. Stop waiting for it to feel easy, because it won't. If you're waiting for motivation to hit you like a lightning bolt, you'll be waiting forever. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. They come and go. You can't build your life on a feeling. But discipline is solid. Discipline is a decision. It's choosing to get up and do what needs to be done, even when every part of you wants to quit. It's about creating habits that don't depend on how you feel in the moment. Because feelings will lie to you. They'll tell you it's too hard, that you can't do it, that it's okay to quit. But discipline tells the truth. Discipline says, you can, you will keep going. And every time you choose discipline over weakness, you're building strength. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is that we need to feel strong to act strong. But that's backwards. You don't wait to feel strong. You act strong first. You show up, you push through, and then strength follows. Action creates strength, not the other way around. And the more you act, the more you build. That's why it's so important to take that first step. No matter how small, even when it feels impossible, even when you think it won't make a difference, take the step. Do something. Because action creates momentum, and momentum creates strength. It's about progress, not perfection. It's about choosing growth over comfort, one small step at a time. And yes, it will be uncomfortable. Growth always is. But that discomfort, that's a sign that you're doing the work that matters. That you're stretching beyond what you thought was possible. Discomfort is a signal that you're moving forward, even if it feels slow. And the more you embrace it, the stronger you become. Most people run from discomfort. They choose the easy path, and in doing so they stay weak. But you're different. You're here because you're ready to be stronger. You're here because you're ready to stop avoiding the hard stuff and start facing it. Because that's where strength is built, in the challenge, in the struggle, in the moments that push you to your limits. And when you feel like you've hit a wall, when you feel like you've given everything and there's nothing left, that's when it's time to look deeper. Because strength isn't just about the body. It's about the mind. It's about telling yourself, I have more to give. It's about refusing to let weakness be the end of the story. Your mind is powerful, but only if you train it. Only if you push it. Only if you decide that weakness isn't an excuse, it's a challenge. And you're ready to take it on. You're ready to push past the limits you thought you had, and discover the strength that's been waiting inside you all along. But this isn't about being perfect. It's not about never feeling weak again. It's about learning how to handle it when it comes. Because weakness will show up. Doubt will show up. Fear will show up. But that doesn't mean you have to give in. You can feel weak and still act strong. You can be scared and still move forward. You can have doubts and still choose courage. Strength isn't about what you feel, it's about what you choose. And every time you choose strength, you become stronger. Every time you choose courage, you become braver. Every time you choose discipline, you build a foundation that can't be shaken. And when you fall, and you will fall, that's not the end. That's just another chance to rise. That's another opportunity to say, I'm stronger than this. Because falling isn't failure, quitting is. And you're not a quitter. You're a fighter. You're someone who knows that strength is built in the struggle. You're someone who understands that every setback is a setup for a comeback. That every time you fall and get back up, you're proving to yourself that you can handle more than you ever thought possible. And that's how strength is built, through the falls, through the rises, through the decision to keep going no matter what. And it's also about who you surround yourself with. Weakness grows in isolation, but strength grows when you're surrounded by people who push you, challenge you, and believe in you. People who won't let you settle for less. So find those people, build those relationships. Be that kind of person for someone else. Because strength isn't just personal, it's shared. It's built in the connections we make, in the support we give and receive. You don't have to do it alone. And when you feel weak, lean on that strength, draw from it, and use it to build your own. And finally, remember this: every moment you choose to be strong, you're setting a standard for your life. You're saying, this is who I am. This is who I choose to be. You're building habits that shape your character. You're creating a foundation that will carry you through any storm. And every time you rise, you're proving to yourself and to the world that you are stronger than your circumstances, stronger than your doubts, stronger than anything that tries to hold you back. And that kind of strength, that's unstoppable. So when you feel weak, don't run, don't hide, don't quit. Stand up, face it, take action, build strength, one step at a time. Because every step, every challenge, every hard moment is shaping you into someone unstoppable. And that, my friend, is how you build strength when you feel weak. That is how you train your mind to overcome anything. Chapter 3. Stop waiting for motivation. Train your discipline instead. Success doesn't come to those who wait for motivation to strike. It comes to those who understand that motivation is unreliable, temporary, and fleeting. It comes to those who stop waiting and start acting. Because the truth is, motivation is a feeling, and feelings are like the weather, they change. Some days you wake up inspired, ready to take on the world, but most days, you won't feel like doing the hard work. You'll feel tired, you'll feel distracted, you'll feel like quitting. And if you're depending on motivation to move forward, you'll stay stuck every time it fades. That's why the people who succeed, the ones who build incredible strength and achieve their goals, don't depend on motivation. They train their discipline. They build a mindset that says, I will do what needs to be done, whether I feel like it or not. Discipline is the secret weapon. It's the tool that separates those who dream from those who do. Discipline doesn't care about feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired or uncomfortable. Discipline doesn't ask, do you feel like it today? Discipline simply says, get up, do the work, keep going. And that's the mindset you need to train. Because if you keep waiting for motivation, you'll be waiting forever. But discipline is something you can build, something you can control, something you can depend on. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And the stronger it gets, the more unstoppable you become. Building discipline starts with simple decisions. It's not about taking massive, overwhelming steps. It's about the small choices you make every single day. It's about saying no to excuses and yes to action. It's about getting up when you'd rather stay in bed. It's about finishing the task even when it feels boring or difficult. It's about pushing through resistance, one decision at a time, because every time you choose discipline, you're reinforcing the mindset that you are in control. You're telling yourself, I decide how my day goes, I decide who I become. And that belief is powerful. But discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about showing up day after day and putting in the work, even when it's tough, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's boring. Because progress isn't built in a day, it's built over time. It's built in the daily grind, in the small repeated actions that seem insignificant but add up to massive results. And yes, some days you'll fail. Some days you'll slip. That's normal. That's human. But discipline isn't about never failing. It's about never quitting. It's about standing back up every single time and saying, I will not let this stop me. And the best part, discipline is not a talent. It's not a gift. It's a choice. Anyone can build it. Anyone can strengthen it. And it starts with one simple decision to take action. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Today. Because every time you delay, every time you wait for motivation, you're reinforcing weakness. You're telling your mind, it's okay to quit. And that message grows stronger every time you choose comfort over commitment. But when you choose discipline, when you choose action, you're telling your mind, I am stronger than my excuses. I am stronger than my feelings. I am stronger than anything that tries to hold me back. And that message becomes your identity. But understand this, discipline isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. If it were easy, everyone would be doing it. Everyone would be chasing their dreams. Everyone would be building their strength. But most people don't. Most people choose comfort. Most people choose the easy path. But comfort doesn't build strength. Comfort doesn't lead to growth. Discipline does. Discipline is the fire that forges character. It's the pressure that shapes resilience. It's the daily choice to do what is hard, to do what is uncomfortable, to do what is necessary. And when you choose discipline over and over again, you're not just getting stronger, you're becoming unstoppable. And it's not just about big life goals. Discipline shows up in the small things. It's about how you handle the little choices. Do you hit the snooze button, or do you get up and start your day? Do you finish the workout, or do you quit halfway? Do you stick to your plan, or do you let distractions pull you off course? Every small choice is training your mind. Every small decision is a vote for the person you're becoming. And if you can master the small decisions, the big ones become easier. If you can master the daily routine, the bigger goals will take care of themselves. Because discipline isn't about one big moment of courage. It's about hundreds of small moments where you choose to stay committed. And when discipline becomes your habit, everything changes. Your confidence grows because you know you can rely on yourself. Your results grow because you're consistent in your efforts. Your mindset grows because you're proving to yourself, day after day, that you can do hard things. You become stronger. You become tougher. You become unstoppable. And that strength, it doesn't just show up in one area of your life. It shows up everywhere, in your relationships, in your career, in your health, in your dreams. Discipline is the foundation for success, in everything. And if you're thinking, but what if I mess up? What if I fail? Good, you will fail. That's part of the process. Failure isn't the enemy. Quitting is. Discipline isn't about avoiding failure. It's about refusing to let failure stop you. It's about learning from every fall and coming back stronger. It's about knowing that every setback is just a setup for a stronger comeback. Because when you're disciplined, you don't let failure define you. You let it refine you. You use it to learn, to grow, to build resilience. And that's what makes you unstoppable. Not perfection, but persistence. So if you're serious about building strength, if you're serious about overcoming anything, stop waiting for motivation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for it to feel easy. It won't, but it will be worth it. The strength you build, the confidence you create, the resilience you develop, it will be worth every sacrifice, every early morning, every late night, every uncomfortable moment. Because discipline doesn't just build strength, it builds freedom. The freedom to control your mind, the freedom to shape your life, the freedom to become the person you were meant to be. Start small. Take one action today that pushes you forward. Set one goal and stick to it. Build one habit and make it a part of your life. And then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. Because discipline isn't about what you do once, it's about what you do consistently. And every time you choose discipline, you choose strength, you choose progress, you choose growth. So don't wait, don't hesitate, don't delay. Start now. Train your discipline, train your mind, build your strength, and watch how your life transforms. Because when you train your discipline, you're not just training for today, you're training for life. And that's how you become mentally strong. That's how you overcome anything. Chapter 4. Silence the inner voice that doubts you. The strongest battles are the ones we fight within ourselves. The battle against self-doubt, the inner voice that tells you you're not good enough, that you can't do it, that you'll fail. That voice can be loud. It can feel overwhelming. But here's the truth. It's a liar. That voice is not a reflection of your potential. It's a reflection of your fears, your insecurities, and past experiences that tried to shape you into believing you are less than what you truly are. But you are not your doubts. You are stronger than the voice that tries to hold you back. And if you want to build real mental strength, you've got to learn how to silence that voice. Not by ignoring it, but by confronting it, understanding it, and overpowering it with truth and action. Self-doubt is a natural part of growth. It shows up when you're stepping into the unknown, when you're pushing your limits, when you're striving for something bigger than you've ever done before. And that's not a bad thing. If you feel doubt, it means you're challenging yourself. It means you're leaving your comfort zone. But the problem is, when you let that doubt control you, when you let it stop you, when you let it convince you that you're not enough, that's where strength is needed. Because the only way to silence that voice is to prove it wrong. Not with words, but with action. Think about it. Every time you back down from a challenge because of self-doubt, you're feeding that voice. You're making it stronger. You're giving it power. But every time you take action, even when you're scared, even when you doubt yourself, you weaken that voice. You show yourself what you're capable of. You build confidence, not by thinking about success, but by taking steps toward it, even when it's uncomfortable. Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you earn, one small win at a time. And it starts with becoming aware of the lies your mind tells you. That voice in your head might say, "You can't do this, you're not smart enough, you'll never make it." But who says that's true? Where's the proof? Most of the time, that voice is just fear talking. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of discomfort. But fear is just a feeling, and feelings are not facts. Just because you feel doubt doesn't mean you are incapable. Just because you feel fear doesn't mean you will fail. And the moment you challenge those thoughts, the moment you question their truth, you start to take back control. One of the most powerful ways to silence doubt is through action. Action is louder than fear. Action drowns out self-doubt. You don't have to feel ready. You don't have to feel confident. You just have to start. Take the first step, even if it's small. Take the action that your doubt is telling you to avoid. Because every time you act in spite of fear, you're telling your mind, "I am stronger than this. I can handle this." And with every step, you're building a stronger, more resilient mindset. You're building proof. Proof that you can overcome. Proof that you can push forward. And that proof becomes your confidence. That proof becomes your power. But it's not just about taking action. It's about the way you talk to yourself. Your inner dialogue shapes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, "I can't do this," you'll start believing it. If you say, "I'm not enough," you'll act like it. But if you start telling yourself, "I can handle this, I am capable, I am strong enough to figure this out," you begin to shift your mindset. You start to believe in your strength. And belief is powerful. Belief is the foundation of action. Because when you believe you can, you're more likely to take the steps that prove it. And here's something most people don't realize, that inner voice, that doubt, will never fully go away. It will show up every time you step into new territory, every time you challenge yourself, every time you reach for more. But that's not a sign to stop. That's a sign to keep going. Because growth lives on the other side of doubt. Strength is built when you push through it. Courage is developed when you act in spite of it. So don't wait for the doubt to disappear. Don't wait until you feel ready. Because if you wait, you'll wait forever. Move forward with the doubt. Walk alongside it, but don't let it control your steps. Let action be your response to fear. Let progress be your answer to hesitation, and remind yourself of what you've already overcome. Look back at the moments when you felt fear, but pushed through anyway. Remember the times you doubted yourself but still succeeded. Those moments are proof. Proof that you're stronger than your fear. Proof that you're capable of more than you believe. Keep that proof close. Write it down if you have to. Remind yourself daily of your strength, your resilience, your ability to overcome. Because when doubt creeps in, you need reminders of your victories. You need to remind yourself of who you really are. And when the voice gets loud, when it feels overwhelming, slow down and breathe. Focus on the present moment. Ask yourself, what can I control right now? Because when you're focused on action, when you're focused on the next step, the noise of doubt fades. Doubt thrives when you're stuck in the past or lost in the future. But when you're grounded in action, when you're moving forward, doubt loses its grip. You take back control, and with every small victory, you build momentum. Momentum that strengthens your belief. Momentum that silences the voice. And don't do it alone. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your strength. People who challenge you, encourage you, and believe in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. Community is powerful. When you're feeling low, when doubt feels heavy, the right people will lift you. They will remind you of your courage. They will speak strength into you. So seek out those connections, build relationships that fuel your confidence, and be that voice for someone else too. Because when you encourage others, you strengthen yourself. When you speak belief into someone else, you reinforce belief in yourself. But at the end of the day, it comes down to choice. You choose which voice to listen to, the voice of fear or the voice of strength. You choose which thoughts to believe. You choose whether to let doubt stop you or to let it fuel you. And every time you choose strength, every time you choose to act, you silence that doubt just a little more. You take back a little more control. You become a little stronger, a little more confident, a little more unstoppable. So don't let that inner voice hold you back. Don't let it define you. You are not your doubts. You are not your fears. You are stronger. You are capable. You are powerful. And the world is waiting for you to step into that strength. So take the first step, and then the next. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep proving that voice wrong, until the only voice you hear is the one that says, I can, I will, I am. Because that is the voice of strength. That is the voice of victory. And that is the voice that will lead you to overcome anything. Chapter 5. Why discomfort is the secret to a stronger mind. If you want to build a mind that can overcome anything, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Growth doesn't happen when life is easy, and strength isn't built when everything is going your way. Strength is forged in discomfort. It's in those moments when you feel pressure, when you feel pain, when you feel like quitting, but choose to keep going. That's where true mental toughness is born. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. It challenges you, shapes you, and forces you to rise beyond who you were yesterday. If you want to become mentally strong, you must stop running from discomfort and start leaning into it, embracing it, and letting it sharpen you into someone unshakable. Most people spend their lives avoiding discomfort. They avoid difficult conversations, avoid hard work, avoid pushing past their limits. They think comfort is safety, but what they don't realize is that comfort is a trap. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you from becoming the strongest version of yourself. Every time you choose comfort over growth, you lose an opportunity to prove to yourself that you can handle more. You miss a chance to expand your capacity, to grow stronger, to become better. Discomfort is not meant to break you, it's meant to build you. It's a sign that you are stretching beyond your limits, and that's exactly where you need to be, if you're serious about mental strength. Think about it. The first time you tried something hard, it felt impossible. You wanted to quit. You wanted to walk away. But if you pushed through, even a little, you got stronger. The next time it was a little easier, and then easier again. Why? Because you stretched yourself. You taught your mind that it could handle more. You trained yourself to endure, and that's the secret. Strength is built through repeated exposure to discomfort. The more you step into difficult situations, the more you realize how much you can actually handle. The more you prove to yourself that you can survive hard moments, the stronger you become. But here's the truth. Discomfort doesn't feel good. It feels heavy. It feels exhausting. It feels like failure is right around the corner. And that's okay. That's how it's supposed to feel. Growth isn't meant to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would be mentally strong. Everyone would be unstoppable. But most people stop when it hurts. They quit when it gets hard. They pull back the moment it feels uncomfortable. But not you. Not if you're serious about building strength. You have to remind yourself that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. You have to hold on to the fact that discomfort is not a sign to stop, but a sign that you're on the right path. Because every time you push through it, you gain a little more resilience, a little more courage, a little more power. And it doesn't have to be big, dramatic moments. It's in the small decisions every day. It's choosing to wake up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's choosing to go to the gym when you'd rather stay home. It's choosing to have that difficult conversation instead of avoiding it. It's choosing to finish the project when you'd rather procrastinate. Those little moments of discomfort add up. They shape your character, they build your discipline, and over time they create an unshakable mindset. One that doesn't back down when things get tough, but stands tall and faces the challenge head-on. One of the most powerful things you can do is change the way you think about discomfort. Most people see it as something negative, something to escape. But what if you started seeing it as a gift, as an opportunity? What if every moment of discomfort was a chance to grow, to become better, to test your limits, and come out stronger? That shift in perspective changes everything. You stop fearing discomfort. You start seeking it. You start craving it, because you know it's the only way to reach the next level. And don't underestimate how much strength you already have. Think back to the toughest moments in your life. The times when you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. The moments when you faced pain, loss, failure, but found a way to keep moving. That wasn't luck. That was strength. That was courage. That was resilience. And if you found that strength once, you can find it again. You just have to remind yourself of what you're capable of. You have to remember that you faced discomfort before, and it didn't destroy you. It shaped you. It made you wiser. It made you stronger. And here's the truth about discomfort. It never lasts forever. The pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from it lasts a lifetime. The growth you achieve by pushing through difficulty stays with you. Every challenge you overcome becomes part of who you are. It becomes proof that you can handle whatever life throws your way. And the more proof you gather, the stronger your belief becomes. The stronger your belief, the stronger your mind. That's how you build mental toughness. One uncomfortable moment at a time. And when you feel like you can't handle it, when it feels like too much, remind yourself of this: you are always stronger than you think. Your mind will tell you to stop. Your emotions will beg you to quit. But you have more strength inside you than you realize. You have more fight, more courage, more resilience. You just have to choose to tap into it. You have to decide that quitting is not an option. You have to decide that discomfort is not something to fear, but something to face. Because the moment you stop running from discomfort is the moment you take back your power. And it's not about being fearless. It's about being brave. It's about showing up, even when it's hard. It's about stepping forward, even when you're scared. That's what courage looks like. That's what strength looks like. And every time you do it, you prove to yourself that you can handle more. That's how you grow. That's how you become unstoppable. So don't wish for an easy life. Don't wish for things to be comfortable. Wish for the strength to handle discomfort. Wish for the courage to face it head on. Because when you stop avoiding discomfort and start embracing it, you unlock a level of strength that most people never find. You discover what you're truly capable of. You find the power to overcome anything. And when life gets tough, and it will when things feel heavy, when you feel like quitting, Remind yourself that this is the moment that matters. This is the moment that shapes you. This is the moment that builds strength. Embrace it, stand in it, face it, and know that on the other side of that discomfort is a stronger, braver, more unstoppable version of you. That's the prize. That's the reward, and it's worth every moment of pain. Because discomfort isn't just a part of life. It's the path to greatness. It's the path to strength. It's the path to becoming the person you were meant to be. So step into it. Own it. Let it shape you. Let it sharpen you. Let it turn you into someone who doesn't just survive challenges but thrives because of them. That's mental strength. That's the power of embracing discomfort. And that's the mindset that will carry you through anything life throws your way. Chapter 6. Turn pain into progress. How struggles shape strength. Success is not a one-time event. It's a collection of moments that you create through consistency, focus, and an unrelenting desire to improve. The people who rise above the rest are the ones who understand that greatness doesn't come from waiting for the right opportunity or circumstances to align. It comes from creating those opportunities through hard work, discipline, and perseverance. The true test of success isn't how you perform when things are easy. It's how you handle adversity, how you push through the tough days, and how you stay committed to your goals even when the results seem far away. Success is built on the foundation of relentless effort, and it starts with a mindset that refuses to accept mediocrity. If you're serious about becoming the person you've always wanted to be, you have to commit to showing up every single day, no matter the challenges you face, no matter how many times you stumble. Success is a habit, and the moment you realize that, everything changes. You're no longer chasing success, you're living it, day in and day out. The key to achieving anything significant lies in the power of consistency. Too many people are obsessed with quick fixes, instant results, or shortcuts. They want the reward without doing the work. But success doesn't work that way. It's not a magic trick that happens overnight. Success is about showing up, putting in the effort, and doing the work even when no one is watching. It's about building small positive habits that compound over time, creating massive changes. And here's the truth. Consistency doesn't require perfection. It requires dedication. You don't have to be flawless every day. What matters is that you're showing up. What matters is that you're making the effort, regardless of the obstacles in your way. Those small incremental steps are the building blocks of lasting success. They may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they add up to something incredible. One of the hardest things for people to understand is that success is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's easy to be motivated at the start of a new journey. It's exciting, it's fresh, and you're filled with energy. But the true challenge comes when the initial excitement wears off, and you have to keep going despite the obstacles that arise. It's in those moments when most people give up. They don't see the immediate rewards, and they assume their efforts are in vain. But this is where the real magic happens. This is when consistency becomes your greatest ally. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail lies in the ability to keep going when it feels like nothing is happening. It's about trusting the process, even when you can't see the results. It's about knowing that every effort you make, no matter how small, is moving you closer to your goal. Every day you show up, you get a little bit better, a little bit stronger. It doesn't matter if the progress is slow. What matters is that you're making progress. And if you keep going, no matter what, you will eventually reach the point where you look back and realize how far you've come. There's a misconception that success is about finding the perfect plan, the perfect strategy, or the perfect set of circumstances. People get caught up in planning and overthinking, waiting for the ideal moment to take action. The truth is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. Success comes from starting where you are, with what you have, and doing the best you can in the moment. It's about taking consistent action every single day, regardless of the circumstances. Most people get paralyzed by fear, by doubt, or by the idea that they're not ready yet. They think they need more information, more resources, or more experience. But what they really need is the courage to take the first step, even if it's imperfect. The world doesn't reward perfection, it rewards action, it rewards consistency. And if you can build the habit of showing up, even when you feel unprepared, you'll be surprised at how quickly you begin to make progress. One of the most powerful aspects of consistency is that it teaches you resilience. When you commit to something and show up day after day, you learn how to push through discomfort, how to overcome obstacles, and how to keep going when it feels impossible. You develop mental toughness that becomes ingrained in you. Success isn't just about achieving external goals, it's about who you become in the process. Every challenge you face, every failure you experience, every setback you endure is an opportunity to build resilience. It's through these experiences that you develop the strength to handle whatever life throws at you. And it's not just about bouncing back after a setback, it's about learning and growing from it. Resilience is about using every challenge as fuel to push you forward, knowing that every struggle makes you stronger and better equipped to handle the next one. But there's a catch. You can't be consistent if you're not focused. Consistency without focus is like rowing a boat without a destination. You're just going in circles. Focus is the key that unlocks the power of consistency. When you focus on your goals and stay clear about your priorities, you can channel your energy in a way that makes each action you take meaningful. Focus gives you the ability to ignore distractions, to stay on track even when things get tough. Without focus, it's easy to lose sight of your purpose and get sidetracked by the noise around you. Focus helps you stay aligned with your goals, even when life tries to pull you in different directions. And when you combine focus with consistency, you create a force that cannot be stopped. You become unstoppable because you have the discipline to stay on track and the clarity to see exactly where you're going. One of the most important things to remember about consistency is that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. There will be days when you slip, when you fall off track, or when things don't go as planned. And that's okay. What matters is that you don't let one bad day turn into a bad week, a bad month, or a bad year. You get back up, you keep going, and you don't let anything or anyone stop you. Consistency is about showing up for yourself, even on the days when it feels hard, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's about making progress, even if that progress is small. And when you look back at the end of the year, you'll realize that all those small steps added up to something huge. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's not about reaching the top and saying, "I've made it." It's about the person you become along the way. It's about the lessons you learn, the growth you experience, and the resilience you build. Success is built one day at a time, one action at a time, one habit at a time. It's built on the foundation of consistency, focus, and determination. And if you can commit to that, you will find success, no matter where you start, no matter how many times you fall, and no matter how long it takes. Because success isn't about achieving perfection, it's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when it's hard. It's about never giving up, no matter the obstacles you face. And when you do that, success becomes inevitable. Chapter 7. Master your reactions. Control what you can. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who dare to step into the unknown, who choose to push through the pain, who decide to show up every single day, regardless of the circumstances. If you want to build a life that's different from the one you have now, you have to be willing to pay the price. That price is not always visible, and it doesn't always come in the form of money or material rewards. The real price of success is the sacrifice of comfort, the willingness to grow beyond what you've always known, and the courage to embrace the grind, the effort, and the journey. Success doesn't owe you anything. The only thing it promises is that it will meet you where you are and amplify what you're already doing. So, the question isn't whether success will come, because it will. The question is, are you ready to put in the work? Most people want to achieve greatness, but not everyone is willing to face the discomfort that greatness demands. You see, the moment you decide to push yourself beyond your current limits, you step into the unknown. You face new challenges, new obstacles, and a new level of discomfort that will test every part of you. Success isn't about doing things you already know how to do. It's about expanding yourself, growing, and taking on challenges that push you to your limits. Every time you break through one barrier, there's another waiting for you. But that's where the magic happens. The greatness you're searching for is found in the discomfort. It's found in those moments when you're not sure you can keep going, when every part of you is telling you to give up, but you decide to keep moving forward anyway. You have to make a choice. Do you choose to settle for the life you've always known, or do you choose to push yourself and face the challenges that will bring you the success you desire? The truth is that the choice is yours, and it's always been yours. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your own future. Every decision you make, every action you take, either moves you closer to your goals or pulls you farther away from them. Success doesn't happen by accident. It happens by choice. And it happens by choosing to take action, to persist when things get tough, and to keep going when everyone else around you has given up. The most successful people in the world didn't get to where they are by following a simple path or taking the easy route. They got there because they were willing to endure the tough times, to make sacrifices, and to stay focused on their vision. And while the journey may be difficult, it is in the struggle that you build strength. It is through adversity that you grow. Every challenge, every obstacle, is a chance to build resilience and fortitude. And if you want success, you have to be willing to face those challenges head-on, without fear, without hesitation, and without looking back. There's no shortcut to greatness. You don't get to bypass the struggle. You have to go through it, learn from it, and use it to fuel your drive. That's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who never even get started. Success isn't a matter of talent or luck. It's a matter of persistence. It's about showing up every day and putting in the work, even when it feels like the world is against you. Most people quit when they face their first obstacle, their first failure. They give up when things get tough, and they convince themselves that it wasn't meant to be. But the truth is that those who succeed are the ones who refuse to quit. They understand that failure is just part of the journey. They know that every setback, every failure, is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to come back stronger. They understand that failure doesn't define them. It refines them. Every time they fall, they get back up. Every time they fail, they find a new way to succeed. They keep going because they know that success is built on persistence, on staying the course, and on never giving up. If you're waiting for the perfect moment to start, you're going to be waiting forever. The perfect moment doesn't exist. If you want to change your life, you have to make the decision to start right now, with what you have, where you are. Success doesn't wait for you to be perfect. It doesn't wait for the stars to align. It doesn't wait for everything to fall into place. Success waits for you to take action, to make the choice to move forward, and to do the work. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be an expert, and you certainly don't have to be perfect. All you need is the courage to take that first step, even when the path ahead is unclear. And once you take that step, the next one becomes easier, and the next one, and the next one. But you can't get to where you want to go if you don't start moving forward right now. You have to be willing to invest in yourself. This isn't about money, it's about time, energy, and focus. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you can't afford to waste time on things that don't serve your goals. Every moment counts. Every decision counts. If you're not actively working towards your dreams, you're working against them. You can't afford to waste time on distractions, on things that don't matter. You have to make a conscious decision every day to focus on what truly matters, to put your energy into the things that will bring you closer to your vision. That means eliminating distractions, saying no to things that aren't aligned with your goals, and protecting your time as if it were your most valuable asset, because it is. If you don't protect your time, no one else will. And without time, you can't achieve anything. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. Life is full of obstacles and challenges, but those who succeed are the ones who choose to respond with resilience, with determination, and with an unwavering commitment to their goals. The world will throw things your way that you didn't expect, things that will challenge your resolve and test your commitment. But those who rise above it are the ones who don't let circumstances dictate their success. They choose to stay focused, to keep pushing, and to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws at them. You can't control the world around you, but you can control your mindset, your attitude, and your response to everything that comes your way. And that's what makes all the difference. Success is not about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as fuel. It's about turning setbacks into lessons, mistakes into opportunities, and struggles into stepping stones. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about staying committed, staying focused, and never giving up. If you want to achieve something extraordinary, you have to be willing to fight for it, day in and day out. The road to success isn't always smooth, but if you keep going, if you keep pushing forward, if you keep showing up every day, you will get there. Success is waiting for you, but it's up to you to go out and claim it. Chapter 8. Build confidence by doing what scares you. It's for those who are willing to push through barriers, overcome doubts, and stay relentless in the pursuit of their dreams. When you step into this journey, you're not just signing up for the reward at the end. You're committing to the daily grind, the challenges, the discomfort, and everything that pushes you to become a better version of yourself. Each day you show up, you are investing in your future self. It's not easy, but if it were easy, it wouldn't be worth it. Real transformation requires not only belief in your dreams, but the willingness to take action every single day to make those dreams a reality. The magic happens when you start believing that your potential is limitless and that you can become exactly who you want to be, but only if you're willing to do the work. Most people give up too soon because they expect immediate results. They think success will come overnight, but it doesn't work like that. Success takes time, discipline, patience and consistency. If you want something extraordinary, you're going to have to put in the extraordinary effort, even when you don't see instant results. Think about the seeds that grow into trees. They don't sprout overnight. They need time to take root, grow stronger, and rise above the soil. Your dreams work the same way. You might not see progress every single day, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening beneath the surface. Every choice you make, every action you take, is planting seeds for your future. And when those seeds take root, they will burst through the ground stronger than ever. Your progress is being made, even when you can't see it. You can't be afraid to fail. Failure is not a sign that you're not cut out for success. It's the evidence that you're doing something that matters. Failure isn't final. It's a stepping stone, a lesson in disguise, and an opportunity to refine your approach. Every time you fail, you gain more experience, and with that experience, you're learning exactly what works and what doesn't. There's no better way to get closer to your goals than through trial and error, and yet, so many people shy away from failure because they fear it. What they don't realize is that failure is the ultimate teacher. It teaches you resilience, creativity, and the ability to adapt. It's through failure that you find your strength, and the stronger you become, the more equipped you are to take on even bigger challenges. Success is not just about talent or skill, it's about mindset. It's about the attitude you carry into every situation, the way you respond when things don't go as planned. If you're always thinking that success is out of your reach, you'll never take the steps necessary to achieve it. But if you change your mindset, if you start to believe that success is something you can absolutely achieve, you'll start taking different actions. Your beliefs shape your reality. What you believe about yourself determines what you can accomplish. So if you believe you can succeed, your actions will align with that belief, and the results will follow. The power to change your life begins with changing the way you think about it. You have to be willing to embrace discomfort. Change doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you push yourself beyond what's familiar, beyond what feels safe. Discomfort is a sign that you're growing. If you feel uncomfortable, that means you're moving in the right direction. The world doesn't reward those who stay safe. It rewards those who take risks, who step into the unknown, and who stay committed even when things feel uncertain. If you're serious about your goals, you have to be willing to take risks and face the unknown. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at first. But with every step you'll get more comfortable with discomfort. The more you grow, the more you realize that discomfort is just a sign of progress. The path to success is not a straight line. It's full of twists and turns, unexpected detours, and challenges you didn't see coming. But every time you encounter a roadblock, you have a choice to turn back or to find another way. Most people give up when things don't go according to plan, but the ones who succeed are the ones who keep looking for a way forward, no matter what. The key is persistence. If you are persistent in your pursuit, you will eventually break through the challenges. Even when it seems like you're stuck, even when you don't know what to do next, persistence will guide you. Just because things aren't going as planned doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're learning, adjusting, and getting closer to your goal. The importance of consistency cannot be overstated. Success doesn't come from one big breakthrough. It comes from the small, everyday actions that compound over time. It's the hours of practice, the small wins, the quiet moments of discipline that no one sees. You're not going to become successful by waiting for some magical moment to arrive. You become successful by showing up every single day, putting in the work, and staying consistent. The secret to success is hidden in the daily habits that you form, when you show up, when you put in the effort, even on days when it feels hard or when progress seems slow, you are building the momentum that will carry you forward. Success requires a strong sense of purpose. It's not just about chasing goals for the sake of it. It's about having a reason that's bigger than yourself. Your goals should align with your deeper values and your vision for your life. When you have a strong sense of purpose, it fuels your passion and drives you forward even when things get tough. Purpose gives you the energy to keep going when the road is long and the challenges are tough. It's the thing that keeps you anchored when everything around you feels chaotic. Without purpose, success can feel empty, but when you have a purpose that lights you up from the inside, every step feels meaningful. So don't just chase success for the sake of it. Chase it because it aligns with the bigger vision you have for your life. Make sure your goals connect to your deeper purpose, and they will give you the fuel to keep going no matter what. The reality is that success doesn't come quickly, and it doesn't come easily. It's a long, often difficult road. But if you are committed to the journey, if you are willing to put in the time and effort, you will get there. The key to success isn't just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about being strategic, staying focused on the right things, and pushing through every challenge that comes your way. Success isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone who is willing to put in the work, face the discomfort, and keep pushing forward. So make the choice today to commit to your success. Do what it takes. Stay focused, keep going, and remember, the only way to fail is to quit. So don't quit. Keep moving. Your success is waiting for you, but you have to go after it. Chapter 9. Guard your mind from negativity. Success is born from the moments when you decide that you are going to keep going, no matter how hard it gets. The challenges, the setbacks, the moments when everything seems to be going wrong, those are the moments that truly define who you are and what you will become. When everyone else is ready to quit, the person who succeeds is the one who digs deeper, pushes further, and chooses to rise above it all. You have to understand that success isn't just a destination, it's a decision you make every single day. It's the small actions, the consistent effort, and the refusal to give up that create the foundation for lasting achievement. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success comes from a big breakthrough, but real, sustainable success is built on the daily grind, the commitment to stay on track even when the road is tough. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, when everything is aligning, when your plans are unfolding perfectly. It's natural to feel excited. But the real test comes when things get tough. What separates the dreamers from the doers is how they handle adversity. The successful person doesn't let the setbacks stop them. They let the setbacks fuel them. They use the challenges as stepping stones, understanding that each one brings them closer to their goal. Every obstacle, every roadblock, every failure is an opportunity to grow, to become better, and to learn something new. It's through adversity that your resilience is built, and it's through resilience that success is achieved. When you commit to something, it's important to understand that there will be days when it doesn't feel worth it. There will be moments when the weight of your goals feels too heavy to carry. But the key to achieving anything is consistency, even when the excitement fades and the work becomes difficult. If you can stay disciplined, if you can keep showing up even on the days when you don't feel like it, you will build momentum that will carry you forward. This is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who fall short. It's not about how much passion you have in the beginning, it's about how much persistence you can summon when the fire of motivation has cooled. Success isn't about being excited all the time. It's about staying committed to your vision, regardless of how you feel in the moment. If you truly want to succeed, you need to embrace discomfort. Success isn't about living in the comfort zone. It's about stepping out of it and into the unknown. It's about taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from them. The growth you experience in discomfort is where the magic happens. It's in those uncomfortable moments when you push past your fears, doubts, and insecurities that you'll see the most growth. You may not feel confident, you may not feel prepared, but if you step into discomfort anyway, you'll come out stronger on the other side. The more you embrace discomfort, the more you'll realize that it's not something to fear, it's something to welcome. It's a sign that you are pushing your limits, breaking through barriers, and transforming into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. The most successful people are not the ones who avoid failure, they are the ones who learn from it. Failure isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a part of the process. Every time you fail, you get closer to finding the right path, the right method, the right approach. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of something new. It's the moment when you reassess, adjust, and try again, with more knowledge, more wisdom, and more clarity. It's the people who are afraid to fail, who stay stuck in the same place. But those who embrace failure as a stepping stone, as a teacher, are the ones who make progress. It's not about how many times you fail, it's about how many times you get up and keep moving forward. There is a powerful truth that many people overlook in their pursuit of success. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. Hard work is important, but it needs to be focused. It's not enough to just put in hours and hours of effort. You have to direct that effort toward the right activities, the right strategies, and the right goals. This means learning to prioritize, being strategic in your approach, and making sure that the time and energy you're putting in are yielding the results you want. Success doesn't come from just doing more, it comes from doing what matters. It comes from understanding where to focus your energy and being disciplined enough to stay on track. Success also requires a mindset shift. You have to believe in your ability to achieve your goals, even when others doubt you. Self-belief is the foundation of everything. If you don't believe that you can succeed, you will never take the steps necessary to get there. It's your belief in yourself that drives you to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear. When you believe that you can achieve something, your mind starts working in your favor, finding solutions and guiding you toward your goals. Belief isn't just about positive thinking, it's about having confidence in your actions, in your ability to learn, and in your ability to adapt. It's about trusting yourself to make the right decisions, even when the outcomes aren't guaranteed. The journey to success is rarely linear. It's full of twists and turns, unexpected detours, and moments of doubt. But every challenge you face, every unexpected turn, is an opportunity to learn and grow. The key to success is adaptability. You have to be willing to adjust, to change your approach, and to stay open to new possibilities. Just because things aren't going the way you planned doesn't mean you're failing. It just means you need to adjust your strategy. It's those who are flexible, who can embrace change and uncertainty, that ultimately succeed. When you're willing to let go of the need for control, you open yourself up to infinite possibilities. Remember, success doesn't come from what you do once, it comes from what you do every day. It's the consistency, the daily commitment to your goals, the relentless focus on progress, and the courage to keep going no matter what. Every single action you take, every decision you make, is moving you closer to the person you want to become and the life you want to live. The work you do now is shaping your future. So stay focused, stay committed, and keep pushing forward. Success is waiting for you, but only if you're willing to put in the work. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Keep going, and remember that the only way to fail is to stop trying. Chapter 10. The Daily Habits That Build Unstoppable Strength. You have everything you need right now to become the person you want to be. Success isn't something that happens in a single moment. It's a result of consistent effort, decision-making, and growth. It's about understanding that your actions, no matter how small they seem, are shaping your future. Every step you take, every decision you make, every moment you choose to push through the resistance is laying the foundation for the success you desire. People often think that success comes from a grand gesture, but in reality, it's the daily, sometimes mundane, tasks that make all the difference. When you commit to doing something every day, when you decide to show up, even when it's hard, you are building momentum towards something greater. We often find ourselves overwhelmed with the idea of achieving something big, something life-changing. But the truth is, success is built one small victory at a time. It's easy to focus on the big picture and become discouraged by how far away it seems. The key is to break it down into manageable steps, and before you know it, those small wins will start to accumulate, creating a massive shift in your life. The mistake most people make is thinking that they have to accomplish everything at once. They want instant results, and when they don't see them, they give up. But success is a process, a journey that requires patience, persistence, and the ability to keep moving forward, even when the progress feels slow. You are your greatest investment. No one else can do the work for you. The power to change your life lies in your own hands. Every day is a chance to take a step closer to the person you want to become. But it takes more than just hoping for change to happen. You need to actively create it. Change starts with you. It starts with your mindset, your actions, your choices. You have the power to shape your reality, to build the life you desire, and to transform yourself into the person who can achieve those dreams. You must take full responsibility for your growth and progress. If you want something different, you have to do something different. Success is about making the choice to do the work, day after day, and refusing to give up. One of the biggest barriers to success is the fear of failure. So many people let fear stop them before they even begin. They're afraid of making mistakes, of not measuring up, or of falling short of their goals. But what if I told you that failure is the best teacher you could ever have? Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to improve. It's through failure that we gain wisdom and clarity about what works and what doesn't. Without failure, there is no growth. Without failure, there is no progress. The most successful people are the ones who have failed the most because they've learned the most. Failure is not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. It's a sign that you're pushing yourself, trying new things, and taking risks. So the next time you encounter failure, don't let it defeat you. Use it as fuel to propel you forward. Building success also requires discipline. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is often the ability to stay disciplined, especially when the excitement fades and the novelty wears off. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what keeps you showing up, even when the results aren't immediate. Motivation will get you started, but discipline is what will carry you through to the finish line. It's easy to start strong, but real success comes from staying the course. Every day, You make the choice to show up, to do the work, and to keep moving forward. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about making the right decisions consistently. There will be moments when you feel like quitting, when the challenges seem insurmountable, and when you wonder if it's all worth it. But these are the moments that truly matter. This is where you find out what you're made of. Success isn't determined by how you perform when everything is going your way. It's determined by how you respond when things go wrong. It's easy to stay committed when everything is flowing smoothly, but the real test comes when the road gets tough. When you push through the hard times, when you keep going even when the odds are stacked against you, you are building strength, resilience, and character. And this is exactly what will set you apart from everyone else. When everyone else gives up, you keep going. When everyone else quits, you keep moving forward. That's when success happens. Along the way, you'll encounter doubters, naysayers, and critics. People will question your abilities, your vision, and your goals. They'll tell you it's impossible, that you're wasting your time, or that you should quit while you're ahead. But the truth is, the only opinion that matters is yours. You have to learn to trust yourself, your vision, and your journey. Others might not see your potential, but you don't need their approval to succeed. The only validation you need is your own belief in yourself. When you believe in your ability to achieve your goals, no one else's doubts can hold you back. Keep your focus on what you want to achieve, and block out the noise. The world will always try to tell you what's impossible, but your belief is what will make the impossible possible. Success is not a solo journey. It requires the support and collaboration of others. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who challenge you, and who push you to become better. The people you choose to spend your time with can have a huge impact on your success. If you're surrounded by negativity, doubt, and fear, it will be harder to stay motivated and focused. But if you surround yourself with like-minded, positive, and driven individuals, you'll find that success becomes more attainable. It's important to create a network of support that will encourage you when things get tough, and celebrate with you when you achieve your victories. In the end, success comes down to your ability to persist, to keep going when everything around you is telling you to stop. It's about showing up, doing the work, and never giving up on yourself or your dreams. The path to success is rarely smooth, but it's the willingness to keep moving forward, no matter what, that will get you there. You have what it takes to make your dreams a reality. You just have to believe in yourself, stay disciplined, and never stop pushing forward. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey, and that journey starts with you, right now, today. Keep moving forward, and you will eventually arrive at the place you've always dreamed of.